We have the kind of relationship with our next guest that he can stop in anytime he wants. Last time we spoke to him was with the Mayweather fight and Mayweather and McGregor fight, and we were happy to get his take on it. So we want to welcome our dear friend, Mr. Eddie Alvarez, to the show this morning.
How's it going, fellas?
Good, buddy. How you doing?
I'm excellent.
And thanks for coming to us from the future.
Yes.
Here with my teammate, team member,
yes,
Sajira Eubanks.
This is Sajira. Is it Eubanks?
It's Eubanks.
It's Eubanks.
Yeah.
All right. And you go by Sarge.
Yeah, everybody calls me Sarge.
Nice, man. All right. So what's the story? You got to bring us up to speed on Sarge here and what all's going on, man.
So Sarge is one of our top picks from the Ultimate Fighter show. We just filmed TUF 26. That's it's airing now.
Mm-hmm.
We had our first 2 episodes so far. And wanted to bring her along with to kind of, she's one of our best girls, and
she's like a Swiss Army knife of fighting skills, right?
Very, and she dresses well too. So
yes, snappy dresser like you. You always look polished and ready to go, Eddie. Sarge, where are you from, by the way?
I'm born in Springfield, Massachusetts.
Okay,
yeah.
And when did you get into the martial arts?
I got into martial arts about 10 years ago. I was down in the Maryland area at my dad's house. I was pretty bored and wanted something to do after my super boring job.
Yeah.
And started doing jiu-jitsu, and I was watching guys like Eddie and other cool people like beating each other up, and I was like, for some reason that looks cool, and I want to try that.
That's for you. Was it straight jiu-jitsu or Brazilian?
Brazilian jiu-jitsu.
Okay,
I started, yeah.
Which is very cool. And from there now in MMA, Brazilian jiu-jitsu is very applicable, and a lot of people would say either wrestling chops or Brazilian jiu-jitsu is kind of a foundation for that. Is that what you found?
Yeah, I found like Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu has been a wonderful foundation for me in MMA because, the fight starts on the feet, but I'm able to control the ground, and I've never had an opponent where I haven't been worried about what happens on the ground. I know if it gets there, we're in
You're
good shape.
to go. Yeah. Wow.
Yeah. Had you ever been in a fight before you started training in martial arts?
One fight in high school.
Yeah.
Did you
against
win?
a guy or a girl?
It was against a guy.
Did you win?
Did you win? Yeah.
Did you win?
I thought so.
Yeah. Then you won.
Little scrap in English class. It didn't last long.
Right. Wow.
It was over Hamlet, right?
Yeah, it had to been. I mean, listen,
Shakespeare.
I was playing Brutus, and he just wasn't.
So in jiu-jitsu, when you're getting started, guys and girls, they roll together, or is it usually, do you split up the sexes?
It's split up, but people of Sarge's level, no girls were really going to be able to compete with her. And I had a misconception going into the show. When they told me I was coaching girls, I'm not going to lie. I don't deal with women on an everyday basis. I deal with my wife. That's the only woman I deal with. When I go to the gym, it's all men. I deal with men. I know how to deal with men. Going on the show made me nervous. I learned a lot being on the show, but it definitely helped me with my own misconception of women fighting. I've dealt with that with myself. I'd be lying if I said I thought women should fight. I'm not. I didn't.
You weren't initially from that camp, yeah.
They changed my mind on that. I've seen women like Sarge and Barb Honchek and these other girls on the team, and I went, whoa.
They're bringing it fully. It's wild because I follow a number of fighters, and on Instagram and just on Twitter and so on and so forth. There seems to be at a certain point, Eddie, there is a nice camaraderie between, at least in training, between the sexes and helping each other out. Is that what you guys find? Sarge?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Being a female in the sport is obviously a lot of men that you have to work with, and I've always found it to be an advantage to work with guys anyway. Because, I mean, even if we're just drilling, there's not going to be any chick that's as strong or as technical as Eddie is. So, you're getting a lot of benefits from working with guys, and the whole stigma about guys being sexist and stuff it's not as bad. A lot of times, guys will do like Eddie, like I don't know if you chicks are worth it, and then you come in and you start.
And you show, just through sheer ability and force of will that they come over to your side. It sounds like Eddie did.
Yeah.
Hey,
hard work. Yeah.
I don't know if I'm going to sound sexist here or not, but I've watched several women MMA fights, UFC fights, and I still have a hard time. Not because I don't think they should fight, but I don't know what it is. Even though it is a woman applying the punches, when I see a woman get punched in the face, it just does not feel right to me. Do you know what I mean?
I mean, it's like that for some people. It's like my mom is like, I cannot see
Right.
this happen.
Yeah.
But I mean, I know it's like that for some people. But I mean, we work just as hard as the guys do, and probably harder. And we're here to put on entertaining fights. So,
do you think because you said work harder? Do you think that's because you feel like you have something to prove rather than just getting out there and proving something to yourself? That you have to prove something to other people, the doubters.
Sometimes, yeah, because a lot of times as women, sometimes we don't get taken as seriously, or sometimes they just want to watch the cute chick fight or something like that, and it's just kind of like, all right, like for me, like I don't have to prove anything to anybody, but trust me, when you watch me fight, you're gonna want to watch again. You're not gonna want to miss that shit.
No, it's cool. A lot of times, and it's weird because a lot of times, I've talked with Preston about this. If you play fighting games, video games, it's the women that always have the cooler moves, and you know what I'm saying? So watching MMA fights and women fight, to me, it's a lot of times it's more interesting.
Yeah, you think about like Chun-Li and Sonya
exactly.
Blade and all the other. Yeah.
They always have the better
Sarge
moves.
is a good mix of like Sonya Blade and Chun-Li and all the other ones. Yeah, she has
Nice.
a lot of good tools in her toolbox.
Did you video game at all? Did you ever play any of the fighting games?
Yeah, I played Street Fighter.
There you go.
Yeah.
That's all you need to know, right?
Yeah.
Wow.
That's cool.
What's your favorite form of victory? Is it a knockout? Is it a submission? TKO? What do you think?
I like the TKOs. I like the ground and pounds.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like to just.
I give Einstein.
They
just got to
the
call
whole,
it.
pull me off of her.
You're overwhelming them. Yeah, I could see that. And how's your record so far? You 2-2?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay, and you only turned pro in 2015.
Mm-hmm.
What was the difference in level going from an amateur, because you were undefeated, into the pro line of things? Was it like, I better sharpen up here,
Well, yeah, you always want to get prepared for the professional ranks. But I didn't have a lot of amateur experience either. Just a lot of, I got turned down a lot because of my jiu-jitsu. I'm a black belt in jiu-jitsu and 7-time world champ. So I got turned down a lot.
Why is that? Well, you seem to be a perfect candidate for it.
Oh, no. People didn't want to fight.
They didn't want to fight her.
Yeah.
She was too much of a badass.
Okay. I was seeing it for a different. Yeah, that makes that now makes sense.
Yeah. But when I made my pro debut, I was ready to go all the way, pedal to the metal, and so I was able to finish that fight in the first round because I was like, next level. But yeah, there's a next level up that you want to prepare for.
How long did it take you to get that black belt?
5.5 years.
5.5 years, yeah. No easy task.
No, it is not.
Black belt in jiu-jitsu. Yeah, right? You had to be pretty proud of that, I would imagine.
Oh, yeah.
Is
One
it-
of the proudest moments.
Is it still the case where, like with Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, where they just there's no testing? They kind of come over to you and say you are now at this point.
It depends on the school, but yeah, at my school where I got my black belt, it was like, you don't know when it's happening or when it's coming. It's just, when you're ready.
Okay, yeah.
They just go, by the way, you're there. You made it.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Congratulations.
That's cool, yeah.
That's pretty awesome.
So our midday, our afternoon jock, Jackson, he actually owns I can't say jiu-jitsu. It's such a hard.
Say jitsu.
I'll just say ginger snaps. He has a ginger snap gym, and so, but that guy is hurt all the time. He had a torn bicep, right? Mm-hmm. So he was out of commission for a while.
That's the business we're in. It's the hurt business.
It's
actually a part of the sport is understanding to work around that, to be able to work around when you're injured or prevent injury. That's a huge part of the sport, especially in a tournament base that the TUF 26 is. You're fighting, if you make it all the way to the end, you're fighting 3-4 times in a 4-week span.
It's crazy.
And you have to cut weight 2, 3, 4 times. So these girls are going through something. I mean, this is serious stress on the body. To not get injured, that's a feat in itself.
So it's a lot of work, but do you love it, Sarge? Is it? I mean, is that this is your dream? I mean, there's obviously a lot of pain involved, but could you do anything else at this point?
No, I think I'd be miserable trying to do anything else. I absolutely love this life. It's wonderful. I mean, you get to fight people for free. I mean, you get paid for it.
There you go.
Yeah, you can't get in trouble or nothing.
Is the end game, you think, after this? Eventually, you retire from the competitive aspect of it. Would you, what do you want to open up your own gym, or what's the long game for you?
Oh yeah, I've thought about that, opening up my own gym and just staying involved in martial arts and jiu-jitsu and just getting more into business and entrepreneurship and using this as a springboard for my career after fighting.
Very cool.
Eddie, where are you right now, career-wise? What's going on with you?
Well, we did the show, and the coach that I coached against, Justin Gaethje, that's who I'm fighting against. He came in the UFC. He knocked out Mike Johnson, one of the top 5 guys in the world. Knocked him out, beat him up pretty bad, and I'll be fighting him. The UFC's pushing him pretty good. Super exciting fighter, undefeated. And I'm excited to get out there. He reminds me of a younger version of myself.
Mm-hmm. Really?
He's a bit reckless, a bit dangerous, and I kind of like it. I like the mix of it all.
Just on a personality level, do you like the guy and get along with him? I mean,
he's an ace. Yeah. It'd be disingenuous to go ahead and push him and make a beef up that don't exist. Great guy. Doesn't have anything to do with me trying to tear him apart inside the cage, but
it's what you have to do, though.
Yeah. Yep. Hey, we were looking for you at the McGregor-Mayweather fight in the audience. I didn't see you. You were there, right?
Yeah.
Okay, the camera must not have caught you while I was looking, but did you have a good time?
Yeah, it was a good time, man. There was a ton of people there. I put a pretty heavy bet in myself.
Oh, did you?
that I wanted to get involved in the action.
Did you win?
Yeah, I bet the under.
Okay.
I told.
What was the under?
I told you guys. I think I told you guys. I think he has 3 rounds to do it. If not, it's going to happen around the 8th. I think TKO, and he lasted longer than even I thought. I think the under was 9.5 rounds.
Okay.
So I think I had 25 more seconds, and I would have lost.
Oh wow!
So he literally got him out of there just in time.
You think he distinguished himself? Do you think McGregor? You know,
I think he did a hell of a job.
Yeah.
I mean, take a boxer, put him inside an octagon.
Mm-hmm.
See if he lasts almost to the very round. Not going to happen. 2 minutes tops.
Right.
Any boxer.
Yep.
It's going to look like the Randy Couture, James Toney match. Any boxer. So for Conor to be able to step in their realm, do their sport, and distinguish himself all the way to almost the 11th round, hell of a job. I think it's a win for him, win for MMA.
Do you see a path that gets you back to him, McGregor? Or is that what you want ultimately?
I don't know how long, whether he'll have a belt, whether it'll strip him of a belt, who he'll fight. So it's not necessarily Conor McGregor that I'm interested in getting back to. I just want my world title back. So to do that, Justin Gaethje winning in a devastating fashion against him, getting a number 1 contender, beating them, and then pushing for a world title. That's my goal.
That's the goal. Okay.
Excellent. All right. Well, listen, Ultimate Fighter 26 tomorrow night, 10 o'clock on FS1. And Sarge, when's your next fight coming up? You got anything on the books right now?
Nothing
yet? Okay. All right. Well, we'll keep an eye out for you, and we'll watch the show and the progress. Yeah.
All fair, Kathy called you a pussy.
Stop it, please. All right, we got to handle that. We got to figure it out. Set that straight.
Oh, my God. I'd love to see that.
How about Nick?
Even better. Eddie, what do you want to say?
Nothing real quick. There's a kid. He plays for Philadelphia GAA. He was hit by a car really bad. He's an Irish kid. He came over here about a couple months ago, and he's recovering right now in Abington Memorial Hospital. I went to go check him out. He's a living miracle. He's talking to me, walking like a normal person. He just 2 weeks ago, he bashed his skull open, broke a couple things. His name's Aaron Elliott, and he's out there right now. He has a GoFundMe page. He has no insurance, and he's out here.
From Ireland?
Yeah, he's from Ireland, and he's like I said, no sad story here. The guy's fighting a fight, and he's doing it unbelievable. So just keep an eye out for this kid. And
give me the information. We'll put it up on the website, and we can hit it again for you as well.
I appreciate it.
Yeah, we're looking at a picture of him right now. He's in bad shape. He got hit pretty hard. So we'll pass that information along. Okay.
Thank you.
Eddie, good to see you, man. Thanks for being here. Sarge, nice to meet you.
Thank you.
Good luck with everything. Make sure you guys check out The Ultimate Fighter 26 Wednesday night, and that is at 10 o'clock on FS1. Do I have...